everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor, and today we've got the sound system demo of the 2022 Honda Odyssey and its 11-speaker premium audio system. This is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to take a look at how the infotainment system works, take a look at audio adjustments and controls, speaker locations, Android Auto, and Apple CarPlay. Then get out on the road and listen to these sample tracks while we're rolling. I'll give you my thoughts at the end. If you don't care about any of that stuff at the beginning, you just want to get to the music, click ahead in the video. We've got chapters to get you right to the tunes. Before we get started, let's hop out and take a look at it. Released a few years ago and refreshed for 2021, the Honda Odyssey minivan. This is the Elite trim, which means we're getting the 11-speaker 550-watt audio system. Lesser trims do with a 7-speaker audio system, so presumably a little bit less. You're not getting the center speakers, you're not getting the subwoofer, but you're still getting the main door speakers. So if you want to see more on the Odyssey, we've got a highway fuel economy test and a little driving review. Check the links in the description for those. You know, we always do these tests with lossless, uncompressed WAV audio files on a USB stick plugged directly into the system, and high-quality binaural microphones in both of my ears, giving you the most realistic audio system demo on YouTube. We also do the test with the sound settings set to their factory defaults, just as the audio engineers intended. So let's take a look at those now. Over here at the Honda touchscreen, which thankfully has a volume knob now, you've got what says bass and treble, but is actually bass, mid-range, and treble. And then you've got center and subwoofer volumes, balance and fader, audio zones, allowing you to do full vehicle, front only, driver only, or rear only. And then some speed volume compensation and a DTS neural surround. So let's work backward. Let's turn this on and off. Not a huge difference, but ultimately your music is going to sound more true to recording with that off, so we're going to leave it off. Let's go up and do bass, mid-range, and treble. I really like how responsive the screen is. Look at this. You can drag it right around. Very quick, very nice, and easy to use. Center and subwoofer volume. So this is going to change both that center speaker and that middle center speaker. And subwoofer. For my personal music listening tastes, I like lowering the center speaker a little bit. Takes away a little bit of that hollow mid-range sound. For audio controls, as I said, you've got this nice, easy-to-grab volume knob. Honda got smart and put volume knobs back in their cars. You also have a volume rocker on the left side of the steering wheel. For track selection, you've pretty much only got the touch screen, so you got to be right on the main menu, or you can use the steering wheel controls. But if you're a passenger and say you're using navigation and you want to switch the track, you're going to have to click up here, go back to the music, click the track, and then go back to navigation. So shame not to just fit a little bit of a track selection button on there somewhere. For audio inputs here in the Odyssey, you have your standard AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio, Bluetooth, USB-A with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto support, a 3.5mm auxiliary input jack, and a few different streaming options. So, does that mean you're missing anything? Well, you don't have a disc player, and no USB Type-Cs, and no wireless Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. So not the end of the world, but definitely hoping to see some Type-C and some wireless CarPlay and Android Auto for 2023 model year. Speaker locations, as I said, this is an 11-speaker system. So starting in the bottom left, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This back opening up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 11 is the subwoofer back there. While we're back here, we'll turn the music up a little bit and listen to the music from the second and third rows. third row seems to suffer the most for audio quality because you've got the D-pillar blasting right at you, and you get that subwoofer blasting at you as well. But you do have some headphone jacks you can plug into it and listen to your own stuff up on the DVD player. Alright, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto demos. Start off with CarPlay. Unfortunately, there's only one USB port for data, so I'm going to have to unplug the music, plug in our iPhone. Right away, we are asked about Apple CarPlay. Boy, it doesn't get much easier than that, does it? There we are, up. Oh, yeah, okay, yes, go ahead. There you've got CarPlay, not the largest screen, but it looks nice. Our maps, music, very responsive. Settings screen and app screen. Alright, Android Auto. There we have it, Android Auto loading up as well. You can see our Waze maps. That's the last one I was using. There's title music. Go home to our app screen, down to settings. Seems to look good and be responsive as well. Alright, let's get the tunes going again and get out on the road. surprised me the most out of this sound system so far is the amount of bass that it kicks in. It's not all necessarily very accurate, satisfying bass. It's just a lot of low end. When that bass guitar came in, it was really thumping more than it typically does in this song. And we test the exact same tracks every single car, so very familiar with them at this point. When it came in, it was like, oh, that's not supposed to be that strong. So let's skip on to the next track and see what it's like with the bass. We'll do it halfway here and then turn it all the way up in a minute. thumping sort of bass, but a good amount of mirror shakeage. I'm still kind of surprised that even at factory settings, here we go, not my favorite touchscreen to use, surprised that the bass comes through as strong as it does, especially for a minivan. My thoughts on the 11-speaker audio system here in the 2022 Honda Odyssey. It's a great example of something that if you were coming out of an older van or older vehicle, something with not a great sound system, you got into this, you'd be like, oh yeah, this sounds pretty good. It's an improvement. It's a step up. But anyone who already has a pretty decent audio system in their car, anyone who cares passionately about sound systems, you're going to be disappointed. It's very much a C-tier system. It's got power, but it falls flat. And the mixing is weird. There's too much in the mid-range. There's way too much down low. The highs don't sound crisp. They're just kind of there. It seems like a sound system that wasn't very professionally done. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there were audio professionals who did it, but it wasn't a priority for this car. So, both subjectively and objectively speaking, we're looking at a C rating. If you want to see more on the Odyssey, check the links in the description. We've got our highway fuel economy test that we're doing right now. If you want to hear more unique songs, if you want to hear your own customized songs, copyrighted music, if you will, become a Daily Motor member. You can request sound tests for certain vehicles and actually get custom songs for these tests. And we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.